Now, following lengthy negotiations, the Democratic Alliance, ActionSA, the Freedom Front Plus, Inkatha Freedom Party and African Christian Democratic Party and the Congress of the People have concluded a coalition agreement. Coalition agreements. The agreements have successfully established multi-party governments in various municipalities, including the Metropolitan Municipalities of Tshwane, Johannesburg and Ekurhuleni. For more on the story, let's cross live now to SABC News reporter Abongile Dumako. Very good morning to you, Abongile. At this point, what do you know about these agreements?
Good morning, Desiree. Certainly a lot of anticipation ahead of that announcement to be made by the DA leader, John Steenhuisen, this morning here in Pretoria. It's of course following those lengthy negotiations we've seen. There was a back and forth in as far as these three major metros in Gauteng are concerned, your Ekurhuleni, city of Tshwane and city of Johannesburg. John Steenhuisen, of course, expected to make an announcement that we are yet to know what is it about, but we know for a fact that thus far we've seen the mayors of these three metros, Tanya Campbell from Ekurhuleni, having appointed her mayoral committee. Of course, the city of Johannesburg, Dr. Mpho Phalatse has done the same, including Randall Williams here in Tshwane, having appointed that multi-party, mayoral committees. We wait and see then what John Steenhuisen has to say, adding to what we've seen transpire. We understand that these political parties which you've made mention of as well, Desiree, the IFP, ACDP, ActionSA and others are going to be part of this announcement to be made alongside Mpho Phalatse of Johannesburg and of course Tanya Campbell of Ekurhuleni and Randall Williams of the city of Tshwane. John Steenhuisen, we've seen him, is arrived. We wait and see again, Desiree, in anticipation of what more that they want to put to the fore, because as far as we understand thus far there has been some movement following those groundbreaking councils that we've seen elect DA mayors in the main metros here in Gauteng.
Are you able to give us John Steenhuisen's demeanor as he came in this morning? Because a significant decision has come out of the High Court of South Africa, the Gauteng division, regarding a case that his party put through.
Well, certainly when we saw him when we arrived here a few minutes ago, just less than 10 minutes since we arrived here at this Sheraton Hotel in Pretoria, we've seen your normal John Steenhuisen, not really at a position to describe how we would say his feeling or what his thoughts are in as far as these outcomes are concerned. And of course, we've seen in the past when they are in coalitions, especially in the city of Johannesburg, there was always a fallout in as far as agreements that are supposed to be reached in council are concerned. So there's been accusations as well, Desiree, that DA has got a tendency of trying to play the big bad brother in these coalitions. I think those are some of the issues that were actually as a result of these lengthy discussions, as they are putting it in their alert for us to come here, saying that they were lengthy, because there has been also a press statement that we've seen a couple of days after those councils have converged and actually elected the DA municipalities, that the DA now is trying to impose themselves onto these other parties as being the big brother, yet this is a coalition. So I'm sure this is the reason behind these lengthy discussions that we see happen. So John Steenhuisen, as I've seen him this morning, yes, he's kind of in between, because he has to be careful what he has to say when he actually makes these announcements that he wants to make, as to basically, are they favoring all the involved parties in these coalitions? Because you do not want to have a situation that we've seen happen, that there is a fallout in these coalitions on the basis of the fact that the DA comes as a bully, if you like, in as far as those coalitions or those agreements that they would have reached are concerned. All these parties that are involved in these coalitions want their voice to be heard. It remains to be seen whether or not that will be a smooth sailing process, but we wait and see, Desiree.
Do we know if the EFF is part of the conversations today?
No, they are not part of the conversations. Julius Malema, leader of the party, has made it clear on several occasions when he would invite us to his media briefings that, in fact, they are not going to vote with the DA. It was deliberate that they put the DA in power in terms of voting on their first council, when the councils saw, the DA mayors being put into power. So he's saying that they are on their own. What they will do is sit in the council and make sure that those services that were promised by the different political parties that they will take through to the different communities, they are being rendered. And of course, he did make mention of the issue of water here in Tshwane. Soshanguve, if I'm not mistaken, saying that they are going to keep a close eye that when the budget's approved in the City of Tshwane Council, they actually cater for the majority of South Africans, which in a sense are black people. So in as far as what we are going to see happen here at Sheraton Hotel this morning, there is no sight of EFF, and we've been told that that was not going to be the case by EFF leader himself, Julius Malema.
Abongile will be watching to see developments there.